Bitcoin's price has dropped by 50% or so since the all-time high of $69,000 back in November. But Bitcoin holders don't care at all. What am I talking about? Well, what we can see is because Bitcoin is an open, transparent blockchain, we can see exactly what everyone is doing. And here's the Bitcoin balance on exchanges. This gray line is the actual price of Bitcoin. The gold line is exactly how much Bitcoin is on exchanges. And what you can see is that since the high in July of 2021, there has been more and more Bitcoin coming off of these exchanges. The reason why this is important is because the more Bitcoin on the exchange, the more likely people are to sell. But if you're taking the Bitcoin off the exchange, you're a long-term holder. You're accumulating. You're holding for the long term and you are not looking to sell. And so regardless of Bitcoin's price going up or down, more and more Bitcoin has been coming off of exchanges for the last 8 months or so. Now, we also can look at exactly what those long-term holders are doing. We can identify them on the blockchain. And what we see is that the total supply held by long-term holders has been increasing. Since about November, we've been holding very steady, even though Bitcoin has gone down about 50%. That's an important detail because the short-term holders are capitulating. They're selling to the long-term holders. But don't just take it from me. We've got this quote here, which comes from the folks over at Global Block. Marcus says, the percentage of Bitcoin on exchanges continues to decrease. Since the all-time high at $69,000, Glassnode shows that 42,900 Bitcoin has left exchanges. These indicators suggest that as the price has decreased by over 50% over the past few months, whales have been accumulating while short-term holders are capitulating. Now, of course, the transparent ledger of Bitcoin tells us a lot of information you wouldn't get in the legacy markets. And what is important to realize is that the long-term holders, the veterans, the people who have been around, they're unfazed by 30, 40, 50% drawdowns in price. They realize this is a long-term game. Bitcoin is a game of accumulation. And the whales, the long-term holders, those strong hands, they have been accumulating aggressively since the all-time high. As Bitcoin falls, they continue to buy. As Bitcoin falls and the short-term holders keep selling, they get panicked. They get worried. They are in an uncertain environment. They simply are dumping their Bitcoin. Well, who the hell are they dumping it to? They're selling it right to the veterans. They're selling it to the long-term strong hands. And those Bitcoin whales, those people who have been around for a long time, are happy to buy your Bitcoin at a 30, 40, 50% decrease.